right, welcome to Sequel Podcast. I'm Matt Bonta.
I'm Cory Easley.
And I'm Ryan Corrigan.
All right, Ryan. This is your first podcast with Sequel Podcast.
Yep.
We got you on here so that we can do a series on the actors that are in my movie, Not in the Dark. You're meeting Cory for the first time.
Yep.
He's worked on a few movies, a movie or two.
Only two.
Just two.
Two actual full ones.
Have we done shorts?
No.
We've
We've done stuff that didn't turn into anything.
Did we? Like we worked on something.
We worked on stuff, and then it didn't happen.
Are you talking about the box movie?
The box movie.
The horror movie.
I don't know, dude.
Okay, whatever. All right, so Ryan, what's going on?
Not much.
Tell us about yourself. Who are you?
Well, this is my first time being in any sort of movie acting. I've done theater for about 4 years now. Going into my senior year at UNR, doing political science and minoring in theater. And so Matt was looking for some actors, posted on Facebook, and so I reached out and was lucky enough that he gave me an opportunity to do something like this.
So you came in cold.
Completely cold.
Just volunteered without any kind of...
Yeah, no context or anything.
Right, and I realized this after the fact that I didn't even tell you what the movie was about.
Nope.
I was just like, hey, I need you to show up, and you showed up.
That's dedication.
I mean, you could have hated what we were doing. So, I mean, what would have happened if that were the case? What were you thinking when going into it, having not known anything yet?
I was just like hoping for the best. It's first time doing anything film related, so honestly I can't be picky at this point.
Sure.
So I was just coming in, would be like, whatever it is, I'm gonna give it all I got, doing my normal acting stuff and give it my best. And then I finally got my hands on the script, and it was like, scene one, Ryan gets to do a whole bunch of drugs, so great time.
He just didn't want to be prisoner number 2.
Like your dad. I did pull up a little clip from the movie that you're in to kind of...
Oh boy.
Have you seen any of the footage yet?
I've seen the trailer, and besides that, I haven't seen anything.
Yes, you're the first person to see anything outside of the trailer, other than Casey.
Spoilers.
Oh, God damn it.
You don't have any money?
Sure. It's in the car.
Well, let's go get it. It's getting cold out here anyways.
No, come on. Just fucking suck it. We can move on.
I need you to hand me some money.
For services rendered, let's just call this one a freebie, okay? A get-out-of-jail-free card, and let's just keep my tab open, okay?
Are you a cop? What the fuck?
I know, life's a bitch, right? Get over it. Why do you think I became a cop? To perform my civic duty? Ha! For the fucking perks.
It's a little laggy because it's not rendered and because there's all kinds of effects and different kind of sounds going on. But I mean, it matches up once it's rendered out.
Yeah.
So no worries there. All right, so there you go. And Cory, you've seen some footage now that's not the trailer.
Yes, I would like to say that it is typical Matt Bonta writing.
Well,
just suck it and we'll call it a day.
Well, I mean, there's something I'm trying to do with the character in the moment. Like, I'm trying to make him out to be like
as unlikable as possible.
Yes, the biggest asshole and very unlikable. Like, I don't want any kind of...
You don't want anybody to feel for him right up front.
Right up front. For reasons.
Reasons?
Reasons we're not going to go into here. Not to spoil anything. Alright, well, Ryan, what else is going on? Where are you from?
Grew up in Arizona. Then halfway through my freshman year of high school, moved to Vegas. Went to high school there. Didn't like Vegas at all, but still wanted in-state tuition, so I decided to come up here for college.
How old are you?
21.
Oh shit!
Just turned 21 back in February.
Wow, you're just a pup.
Yeah.
Just a pup.
Oh man.
Yeah, we're pretty much going to be the old guys from now on.
That's terrible.
The days of being the young guys are over.
Well, like, I was thinking about that when I was like making the movie, because like Ian, who was not in the movie, is like 33, and like once I started watching footage of him, I'm like, he doesn't look like a young guy that I'm usually putting in movies, like young people. Like, it's just, I don't know. Everyone's getting older, and it's like, well, I gotta find a bunch of new young actors to play these young parts. And it's only a handful
to
of them.
expand the talent pool.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And I'm glad it worked out that you were able to post some stuff up and actually get some traction and get some new guys, some people that are into acting. That helps a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, you know, stage to screen translates in its own way. You know, at least people have an idea about how to read a line and, you know, how to, you know what I mean? It's like, it's a big difference from working with people who have no fucking clue.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
And that brings its own magic too. You know, somebody that doesn't act, and you feed them a bunch of lines, or you feed them a scene, and you kind of get different stuff.
Oh yeah,
You know, you
absolutely.
get stage actors, and normally they do stuff bigger because they're used to the stage, and you have to show it to everybody so they can see it. Screen is more subtle, but
Quicker.
it's quicker, and it can be translated better.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, and it goes both ways. I've had people that are stage actors say, "Oh, I don't want to do film because of this," and it's like, okay, you know, that's a personal preference. I don't agree.
Right, acting's acting. I
Acting is
suppose.
acting. I think
I agree. Yeah.
You know, a lot of guys start on one side or the other and then go to one or the other after the fact.
Yeah. As a person who's done both now, like, I was coming into this having no idea. Film is a very different sort of feel to it. And maybe this is just the way you direct it, I don't know, but like in theater so much is like continuing on, and like there's no breaks in between and just going and going and going. Doing it cut by cut was very different to me, just because I still have to be able to like keep the feel consistent throughout, when all of it's just like, all right, you did that line, now we're going to cut so we can do a different camera angle, and then cutting back to you. And just like, I think it was a real challenge for me personally, just to be able to keep like the feel going. But I enjoyed it. I definitely don't want to limit myself to like just theater or film, because I definitely agree with you on both have their merits and different things going for them.
Well, I mean, and like I needed you in a pinch, so like we were kind of filming quickly with you anyways.
Yeah.
So, and you'd never gotten the script, and like, I mean, it's not too different from how I make movies that way, but like this was a very kind of rushed movie, because I had a lot of people that were kind of like prior to other movies where people are kind of ready to act and ready to like get started and kind of have the script and look it over. They'll come in and like, okay, let's get this thing done. Whereas other people, like mostly in this movie, a lot of people were like, oh, how long is it going to take? You know, what's the timing like? And so I'm kind of, you know, trying to keep everyone happy and without rushing it too much. Like, I'm not going to sacrifice the integrity of my movie, you know, just because everyone wants to get out of there, but I'm also not going to be a dick about it. So, like, you know, here's the lines. If you can do it, do it. And if you do it wrong, I'll let you know, and we'll do it again until you get it right.
Yeah.
But if you get it done in one, then we can just move on and keep going and let it flow. Like, sometimes it can be jarring watching, like, you know, cut. And sometimes it's easier if you can get, like, everyone in the frame and get everyone saying their lines. But, like, I'm not gonna, you know, no one's getting paid, like, at the moment. So, like, I'm not going to be like, hey guys, you know, have this memorized in 2 weeks, and when we start, so like, know your shit, you know. So like, I understand, like, it's not easy to memorize something, especially if everyone's got like full-time lives that they have to work around.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna be like, you know, here's 120 pages, you know,
Have
expect you to
fun.
recite it word for word, front to back. So you know, just as long as you get, you know, like, you read it. Of course, this isn't the case with you because you didn't get the script day one like most of the cast did.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, I'll give it to somebody and be like, is this, you know, you want to do this? You know, just let me know if you got any questions, and we can figure out who you are, how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
But you had 2 days. Oh, shit. You
2
had
days, got script day 1, immediately jumped into filming, and then
day
came
2,
back day
and
2.
then you were done. And then I did have to record a line of yours.
Yeah,
So-
doing some dubbing over.
Right, and we got that in there, so.
Yeah.
Easy cheesy, Corey.
Mhm.
Where were you on this?
I was fucking off, not being useful.
Yeah, so here we are podcasting. I guess, I mean, we can just go into our everyday shit. We just tend to talk about whatever, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
If you want to talk about the
super
movie,
duper structured.
if you want. You know, I was feeling like this was going to be a rant day because of fucking dealing with the ceiling out there.
Oh, the street ceiling?
Well, it's fucking stupid because, here we go, I'm going to get into this rant. So, they went around and they put all the sheets, like a notice on everyone's door, right? Like, oh, hey, we're going to seal. So I got a sheet that said, and had a little map on there and sitting over there by the door. So we're going to seal these areas. You can't park there, blah, 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 on this, like, Thursday, right? I was like, okay. So I know Thursday that I'm not going to be able to park. So I was going to leave my car at work and just walk home today. And then yesterday when I got off work and I'm coming home and I see that they've got, like, they started coning things off. And I'm like, okay. Oh, it's garbage day tomorrow, you know, being today. And so I was like, well, let me ask them, you know, if that's going to be interrupted, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. So I go in and I'm talking to the guy, and he's like looking at 2 different sheets of paper with 2 different days on there. And suddenly I realized, like, oh, tomorrow's not my day. So it's like, oh, so they're doing shit tomorrow too that they didn't inform me about. They only let me know about my day. Meanwhile, we don't have our own parking spots. It's, you know, you get what you get. So at the end of the day, I could park where they're sealing tomorrow, you know? They only let me know about my fucking part. So I had no idea that they were starting the ceiling tomorrow in a different area where I could logically park. I park on both sides sometimes. And he was like, oh no, you can park, you know, on your side. And I'm like, and he's like, you don't have to worry about anything. And I'm like, well, everyone on that side is going to need to find a parking spot. So they're logically going to go over to
the
my
other
side. And, you know, he just stood there with a dumb look on his face. And I was like, whatever. So and then today, they're texting, you know, they're sending out texts to all their people. And it's like, hey, you know, get your cars out of those spots, right? A little bit later, they're like, okay, these spots still have cars in them. Please, you know, get them out of there. I'm just like, okay. Obviously, I'm at work, so it's not me they're talking about. And then eventually they're like, they didn't move their spots. They didn't move their cars. So we canceled it, and we're just going to seal the cracks. We're going to fill the cracks up. Yeah, I know. Especially since the first notice that they sent out said, we're going to tow your car if you're there. And I was just like, oh man, you guys fucking pussed out on this one. So fucking ridiculous that, like, they're trying to seal the, you know, and they say, we're going to do this, and then they don't do it.
No balls.
I couldn't fucking believe it. That's why I texted you guys, was like, never mind, you park wherever the fuck you want to park. Anyways.
Just don't park on the cracks.
No, they were just like, oh, hey, we had to cancel everything, you know, parking's resumed however you want to park. So whatever. No,
That's fucking stupid.
it is stupid. But whatever. They don't want to lose any people living here, I guess.
Yeah, like they're gonna find someplace else to live.
I know, especially when it's like, well, like if they tow a car and someone gets pissed off, like not only would they have, like if they want to leave, they would have to pay $2,000 to break their contract. So that's not
Right.
going to happen.
And you have to go bail your car out.
Right, on top of that. And then, like, they probably forget by the time, you know, their fucking lease is up anyways.
Yeah.
Whatever. Did you ever have a car towed? Your car?
I've never had a car towed. I've had my car booted, which fucking sucks way more.
Does it?
Oh yeah.
You
Oh,
think
yeah.
so?
Well, maybe not more.
I
but
don't think more.
It's a different kind of suck, right? We were playing a gig at a bar downtown, and it was like an alleyway bar, so there's like a fucking, I don't know, it was a laundromat or a, what do you call steam cleaner?
Dry
cleaner, that's it. Across the way, right? We show up, it's like 10 o'clock when we get there.
Right.
At night.
Business is closed.
The dry cleaners is closed. So we're like, there's no parking at the bar. We'll park across, it's fucking across an alley. It's not across the street. It's not an enclosed thing. We just park right there. We go inside, we play all our shit together, we play the gig, we get done, we come out. I mean, shouldn't have been driving anyway, but, we're half shithoused, and we get outside, and everybody that parked on that side got their fucking car booted. And I call them up, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because they put a little tag on your car.
Yeah.
What,
You call them up,
car, yeah.
they're like, well, it's $80 cash, and the technician will come out right now and take the boot off your car. And I was like, oh, fuck did he even boot my car for to begin with?
Right.
There's nobody here.
Were there signs that said?
There was like one sign on the end of the fucking lot on that side that said don't park there.
Right.
And then the other time I got booted, it was at the apartment
multiple
complex.
times.
Yeah, I got booted at an apartment complex because there was a garbage enclosure.
Mm-hmm.
Where they put the big dumpsters?
Yeah. You blocked it?
No, I used to park right next to it.
Okay.
And it
It
apparently
was not a legal
was
parking
not a
spot.
parking spot. But I used to park there all the time. But I would get there late and leave early. So it was like overnight,
Yep.
and nobody ever noticed. Well, one day, my shit's out there, and I go out to leave, fucking boot on my car.
How much was that one?
I was like $75. So it was like a pretty.
The one I did
pretty
was
going rate.
100. See, the thing is, it's like if you get towed, you have to figure out where they towed it to.
Yeah, it's not like they leave a fucking piece of paper on the spot where your car used to be with a rock on it, like, hey, we have your car. You're just like, where the fuck is my car?
Well, I mean, like, so I never got a car towed, but like I had a buddy who needed a ride because his car got towed, and it was like an apartment complex because he wasn't parked in his spot because he wasn't a dick about the fact that somebody was parked in his spot.
Right.
So he just grabbed a quick spot and they fucking towed his car, and so you figure out who tows for the apartment complex, but like I'm sure business hours are closed.
Yep.
So you have to wait until they're open, and then you have to go down there, and then you have to deal with them.
You have to bring the title and the fucking all kinds of shit to prove it's your car.
And then they've got to find your car and bring it out. And like with the boot situation, it's like, okay, there's the boot. They leave you a card. You call them. It's probably the security guard of the apartment complex. They come out. The one time, so I got booted once. It was $100. Like $100 I didn't have. I was able to pay it, but then I'm like out.
You never
I'm
have
like down to nothing, and it sucks.
You never
How
have
about you?
$100.
You been
to
booted?
piss your-
I've never been booted, never been towed, but I've seen a fair amount of cars get booted because I live in like apartments that are like student housing, and you have to have like that little sticker on your front window, like, yes, they're allowed to park in this area. And because we're college students, we're up at 2 a.m. or whatever the heck. Up at 2 a.m. just on our balcony watching the security guards go around booting like 4 different cars. And we're like, well, sucks for them. And then wake up the next morning because one of my roommates I didn't know very well at the time, go out, look off the balcony again, and apparently it's like her boyfriend's car or whatever that got booted. And I'm like, ooh, sucks to suck.
Fucking jump off that balcony, man, and fucking book it over to that dude.
Like, look, motherfucker.
These fucking cocksuckers, they'll do whatever, dude.
Oh, they.
It's-
You know what? I think there's a sadistic fucking job. I think they get off on it. They're like, I don't know.
I'm so tired of fucking all these fucking scams that they have to get money out of people.
Yeah, and it's an absolute scam.
It's not killing anybody that you're parked in a spot for a second.
Well, I've seen, you see like downtown, I work downtown now, and there's like these little fucking parking enforcement assholes, and they like drive around, that's all they do.
Like meter maids?
Yeah! And they're like, oh, you're fucking 2 minutes over on your fucking thing. It's like, I mean, that guy could literally come walking out right now, or never.
Quarter in, sure.
You don't know. And I want to know, who decides where the meters go?
The city, right?
Okay, now if it's like, because there's like 6 or 8 meters like right out in front of the place where I work, on the curb of the business that I work at.
Right.
So, I guess that's the city's property because it's
The curb would
the
be
curb
right.
is okay, but like there's also open parking
In
on the same curb, like around the corner.
right.
So
right.
it's like, okay, so we care about some of it, we don't care about some
all over
of it.
downtown. It's half and half.
Yeah.
Man.
So and then the city gets to decide where they go, and in Reno, admittedly, it's pretty cheap.
Well, maybe it's like
I don't know how
yeah.
street parking is in Arizona. Never done that, but I know like in some of the bigger cities, like in Seattle and San Francisco, Portland, like street parking is fucking expensive.
Oh, well, you know what? They're fucking pulling this shit now.
It's
Did we
like-
talk about this?
It's like $10 fucking bucks.
When he came to film that
park your shit
first
for an
night,
hour.
fucking, there's a spot of the UNR over there on 2nd Street. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
The UNR building. It used to be, I don't know, it used to be fenced. The parking lot used to be fenced.
Okay.
I think it used to be something specific. So it's not like it was free parking.
Right.
But now what they've done is they
Because
took...
it used to be a UNR building, and UNR's stupid
It,
strict
well, it
about
might,
their parking.
it might have been UNR parking, but I'm not positive that it was. But they've taken the fence down, and now it's like a parking lot with a kiosk. So you go and you park, and you go and you pay at the kiosk, like they do in fucking like San Francisco.
Yeah. And you have to get the kiosk, you pay the money, and you take the ticket, and you put a ticket in your window or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it tells you what time you have to fucking leave.
Like, I couldn't believe that I fucking saw that. Like, Reno used to be the free parking place,
Yeah, absolutely.
and it's
It's going away.
It's going away. Well, the Sands, I guess, has bought up all that property. So, like, the Greyhound station's
Okay.
gone now.
Right.
They tore that down. The motels are still there, but I'm pretty sure I think it's just a matter of time before they're able to knock those down.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's...
Very strange.
Well, the Sands is trying to get rid of all the, like, drug dealers and
riff-raffy
hookers and
stuff?
shit. Yeah, they're trying to clean it up a little bit. So they
That's-
bought, like, a shit ton of blocks over there.
Well, and that's like right down where I work.
It's
It's right down the
That
street from the
Sands area.
Sands.
Well, because there's a lot of doctors' offices and shit over
Yeah.
there.
So we walk around, the blocks down there just to get out of the office and fuck off. But I mean, there's just like buildings after buildings that are torn down.
Because
And it's
Sands
like-
bought it all up.
It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing with this
Yeah.
stuff?
So I think they're just probably trying to just get a nice square block before they start building on it.
Maybe so.
To clean it all up.
Maybe they should clean up their own shit.
Inside?
Kind of ghetto.
No, it is.
It's
I
like
think
one of
that's
the,
what
it's
they're
one of the
working toward.
more ghetto clubs in town.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I go in there because Mel's is there, and that's about it.
I mean, Mel's has good food.
No, it's decent. I don't go any further than that, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'll go into Mel's, and then I'll go out.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Right? Because we ate at their quote-unquote steakhouse upstairs with my wife's dad one time.
No, it's downstairs.
Is it downstairs?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
The buffet's
It was
upstairs.
the buffet. That's what it was. Went to the buffet, and it was like the Kmart of buffets.
No, it's terrible. Rose
Yeah.
works there.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
No
And
offense,
it's,
Rose.
No, it's
Sorry.
terrible.
No,
I
just
told her it's terrible.
it's just really lame looking, and it's like the setup. It's like it's chafing dishes. It's not even like legit buffet equipment.
No,
it's like
it's-
they wanted to have a buffet, so they're like, okay, how are we gonna put all this shit out on a table so we can serve it?
And the food's bad, too. The
It's
food
not
is-
great.
No,
It's
it
not great.
really isn't.
Get a fucking cardboard steak with your $30 fucking buffet.
No, it's
No thanks.
it's the worst. Fucking goddamn.
Yeah.
All right, so what else is going on? What's going on, Ryan?
You
Speak
work?
up.
You work somewhere in town?
Yeah, I just started a new job actually.
Yeah. Would you
I
like
work
to
at a
talk
place
about
called Key and Code down at the Legends Mall in Sparks. It's an escape room place.
Oh,
if you guys have
cool.
heard anything
Are you
that.
are you acting there, or are you just?
No, they don't have any live actors. Right now, I just work like front desk and talk to people who come in and things like that. But because I haven't done all the escape rooms there yet. But once I do all the escape rooms, I'll be like the person in the back giving them the hints when they get stuck and things like that.
How many rooms they got down there?
At Key and Code, they have 8.
This is the one right across from the movie theater, right?
Yeah, that's one of the spots. They have another one that's right next to the Forever 21.
Okay.
Is that
that same
the
mall.
one? Oh, it's in the.
Legends Mall.
Oh, it's both in the same.
Yeah, both in the
style?
same
Okay.
mall.
So, but
Area.
two separate.
Yeah.
non
Because they couldn't. Yeah, they. I don't know. It's a whole.
It's probably
mess.
because of how they were able to like get the suites.
Yeah, exactly.
They like wanted to have more, but they got them separately.
because they didn't have the open spots.
Yeah,
How many did you say there were
8.
8 total.
between the two?
8 between the two.
Okay.
4 and 4.
Okay.
Have you done any escape rooms?
I did one in Vegas.
What'd you think?
I thought. Have we talked about this?
No, I don't think so.
The one that I did in Vegas was akin to a janitor's closet. So
Like the whole thing was really small.
yeah, like it was probably the size of this room, maybe
Like
maybe
maybe like a
smaller,
10 by 10.
maybe yeah.
Okay.
And it was
I've done rooms like that.
it would look like a fucking prison room because it was the flat gray paint job.
Okay,
I mean, it was a prison room essentially because that was the theme. There was like a jail.
so they nailed it.
Spot on.
It was it was fun, but like
Was it challenging?
well, I want to say yes, but like having only done the one, I don't have much to compare it to.
Right. So I've only ever done one.
And it looked. Where did you do it?
I forget the name of the joint that we
Was
did
it
it at.
here?
It was here in Reno, and it was over.
Okay, well, I
on-
know all the ones here in Reno. I've
Okay,
done almost all the
I'll
ones
tell you
in
where
Reno.
it's
Okay.
at. It's over on.
Moana?
No, it's in.
Sierra?
Shut up for a second, you fucker. I want to say it's like down at Longley, a ways, like over in the industrial side of Longley and McCarran, like right before you go to like Double R.
Brainiacs? Is that
Yes,
the name
it
of
was
it?
Brainiacs.
That is the only one in Reno I have not been to.
I don't know how many rooms they have. We did one, and his wife and I got a Groupon thing.
That's what I did. It was a
And yeah,
Groupon.
so somebody got a Groupon, gave us a gift card or whatever, and it was like we were gonna do it with we were gonna take some friends, and we were like, hey, let's
Oh, yeah.
go do the
Yeah.
thing together, and it was like it just never works out to get our friends together because everybody's busy and they're all got their own schedules and shit. So we're like, you know what, fuck it. We're just gonna call them up. We're gonna schedule ourselves in. We'll go down and we'll just do it by ourselves. But we didn't know it wasn't going to be just us. It was like
Oh, some strangers were with
so.
you.
Yeah, we did it with a
Yeah,
group
that's
of
why
10
I
other people.
don't want to go to that Brainiacs because they don't do it. They don't do their bookings like private. Like you just book the
Right.
room at that time, and
then
then
I
anyone
think
is
once it fills
anyone
up.
else is free to jump in there with you.
See, I think you could do it like that. I think you could get a private
Yeah.
room, but it's like I don't know.
Well, I know some I see, like, let's say it's like, oh, $20 per person, unless
Right.
there's only 2, and then it's going to cost you more.
Because you're gonna buy the whole room.
Mm-hmm.
So when we went down, it was just me and her, and we're like, we've never been to this shit like this. All I'm thinking is,
When'd you go?
fucking Saw, right? Like we're gonna go in here and die.
Game.
I want to play
Well, there's a Saw one in Vegas that
Okay.
I want to go check out.
That freaks me out.
A legit
No thanks.
Saw themed.
Yeah, but aren't those ones like crazy expensive?
I don't know. I don't know what the pricing is. I'd like to check
Some of
it
the ones
out,
in
though.
Vegas get a little bit up there in terms of prices.
Well, like the cheapo one that I did, I think was the Groupon was like 20 per person,
Right.
okay.
maybe 30 per person. But then the ones here, I think,
Probably
are 20 per person.
Yeah, well, the one I work at is 24 a person. I worked at the one on Moana before that, at Breakthrough. I think that one was 23 a person, but I think they bumped up their prices semi-recently. And then I also had done all the rooms at Puzzle Room, which is the one on Sierra downtown, like the block next to the movie
See,
theater.
I walked by that,
Yeah.
and I was like, that's fucking weird. Like, it's a weird ass place to have one.
Yeah,
I think it's like,
I think the one on
Strange.
Moana is like a weird place to have it, just because it's tucked away and no one walks past.
Right.
I think the best location is the one in Sparks,
Yeah,
because they
absolutely.
get so many people walking past.
the one that we did over on Longley was Brainiacs. That was creepy as fuck. It's in like this industrial building.
Yeah.
There's no fucking labels on it. It's like, yeah, step on in.
Okay,
We'll lock you
so
in this
how
room.
many people did they fill it up?
So
Like 8
yeah,
people?
it was me and the wife, and then there was like 10 other people.
Oh,
So it was
shit.
like felt like
Oh
a
my
lot
gosh.
of people. Like too many Chiefs, not enough Indians.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
everyone wanted to lead, is
Because
what you're saying.
well, okay, so you have personality types, and that shit comes
Okay.
out in random groups,
Oh yeah.
right? And
I have so many questions.
I'm like a situational leader. Like, I don't get up and tell you how to do shit, but I try to like drive a direction at least. It's like, okay, if everybody looks like they don't know what they're doing or doesn't have a plan, I'm going to say, hey, look, we need to look at these things in this way. And if anybody has any ideas, let's talk about it.
Right.
But
Exactly.
just try to give people a logical direction for people that don't have one. So we go in, and it's just...
I've seen all of this in action, so I know
They
exactly what you're talking about.
lock the door, and it's fucking chaos.
Okay, before we start talking about
Go
the
ahead.
people, what was your theme? What was your room? Did it have a theme? Did they have themes to choose from?
So I don't know if there were things to
And,
choose
levels.
from, and probably levels. I think this one that we did was probably the level 1.
Okay, beginner.
Because I don't remember choosing. We just came in, and it was like, this is the room.
Well, most,
We're like, okay.
at least most rooms, like the rooms already have assigned levels to them. It's not like you go in, they're like, what level do you want to do?
Right.
You book the
So you
room
just
ahead
book
of
the
time,
room, and then it
then
is what it
those
is.
rooms already have a set level and things
Gotcha.
like that. Like the
Okay.
first room I ever did, hardest room they have.
Nice.
And I was like, great, we're just throwing ourselves in the deep end.
And you might as well.
Yeah.
Because it's all relative, right? It's all relative to how you problem solve.
They're all an hour, I'm assuming?
Yes.
I think, yeah, they give you
an hour.
1 hour to finish. And then...
Okay, so what was your room's theme?
So
then?
the theme of our room was art-centered, so like classical art.
Okay.
And the backstory was, there's this crazy guy that stole all the art from the original art pieces from the museums, and you have to figure out the fakes and the blah blah blah, and figure out what he did with the
Okay, so
real
there's
art.
supposed to be fake paintings on the wall.
So there's paintings, there's paintings on all the walls. There's in the first room. I don't know how your guys' are set up, but there was like 3 different rooms, I think, that we ended up in.
Okay, so you got a
To
locked
solve
door,
So
and
we
you gotta
go
get
in.
through the locked door.
All the doors, there's a couple of spots where there's doors, and then one that wasn't a door that was
Killed
a door.
somebody.
No, it didn't look like a door, but it was a door. It was like a big framed thing.
Okay.
To
Like,
trick you.
I can imagine it's like one of those things where you open the door and it's just like brick wall there.
Okay.
Right.
Or something like that.
So you go in the one room and you have to there's no direction. You don't know. You're just looking for something. Looking for clues, and like I said, you work in these places and you
Yeah.
got a bunch of them, so
All right.
You know.
I'm assuming. Okay, so like obviously you're going to be the reference point here.
Yes.
So you had 3 clues. Is it generally 3 clues per?
I don't know.
Most rooms do it like where they have a record board, and then if you want to qualify for the record, then you only get 3 clues. But if you're just doing it for fun, and then they just give you
Oh, really?
clues willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Okay, so the one I
So-
went to was just 3 clues. That's all you get. They gave us a walkie-talkie,
Yep.
and you give out walkie-talkies.
I think we had there was like a radio button. So if you needed a clue, you push the button on the radio thing. It was like a box in the room.
Okay.
And you could ask for a clue. And they told us that you give us 3 clues, same thing for the record board, and then if you got more than that to get out or whatever, if you didn't give a shit,
So
they would just
you
carry
never
on.
said
Yeah.
when did you go do this?
This was probably
This year, last year?
This was last fall.
Okay. This previous fall, like
This previous,
10 months ago or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
last fall. But and then like you start doing like stupid shit
So you're saying you have
to try to figure it out. You're like trying too
you're
hard.
breaking things.
No, not breaking stuff because that doesn't solve the puzzle.
Although that does happen.
That does
Yeah,
happen.
well, because you're like, does this thing fucking open? What the fuck?
Well, because you're looking for something where there is nothing.
Right. And sometimes you also want to think, like, if you can't see it, is it not, like, are you supposed to, like, because there was, like, a dummy,
Right.
like a guy in an electric chair, the one that I did, and, like one of the clues was, like, underneath, like, in his shirt a little bit. So, like, if that's in there, like, how far are you supposed to go to look for things? Are you, like, fucking
Right.
stripping this dummy naked to find the rest of the So, but yeah, like you were saying,
Yeah.
overthinking.
And that's part of my problem was I overanalyze what's there
When it's nothing.
when when there is nothing there.
Sometimes the wall is just a wall.
Right. So, you start looking at the clues that are there and you start, fucking with stuff and you're trying things out and you're like, this is weird, this is what's going on. But sometimes you're getting it, like you're on it.
You're on a roll.
You're doing the fucking thing you're supposed to do. The second part of figuring out that part of the puzzle is knowing what that thing does. So you can solve a thing, because like some of them were like, there was like 3 platters or 4 platters where you had to line up the thing in the proper order, and it would open something. And I'm observant, so I can look at the room and I can see the fucking wires, right? Like you can see the little tracks and the stuff where they're going to trigger something somewhere. So I'm like, okay, there's a thing that we're supposed to do here.
So
It's
you're looking at the
obvious.
logistics.
So I'm also looking at the logistics of potentially, if I do this thing, where is that shit going to open up something else?
Reverse engineering, essentially.
You know, because that's the next part. You have to do the thing, but you have to know what the thing does eventually. And if you can't hear it or see it from where you're standing, because there was one clue in that room where we had to do, it was a laser beam, which I thought was very strange.
You couldn't see
do
the
one,
laser?
No,
or?
you do one thing, and then it turns on a laser beam that comes out of the ceiling,
Okay.
and it shines on the floor.
Did you have to
There's
find
a mirror,
Yeah, okay.
and then you use the mirror to shine the laser back at something else. But you don't know what that thing is. And you're trying to go with the clue that was kind of tucked into the next part after you turn the laser on and you found the mirror, or there was a clue with the mirror, something like that.
Yeah.
So we got the laser turned on in the mirror, and we're like trying to figure out the clue with the mirror. But once you do that, what the fuck does that do? You know, like that's the next part. So if and there's like people wandering around and everybody's fucking with stuff, and there's like 3 or 4 people like, well, let me try it, and they're doing the exact same thing you were doing.
All 10
well,
people
let
are-
me try it. I know, well, and I'm looking at people and I'm like, it can't possibly work that way. Like there's people, they're trying to shine the laser back at the laser. It's like that's probably not it. Okay, we're looking for a photovoltaic sensor that has to be hidden in something else. Not likely the laser beam itself. So, I'm like, okay, hang on a second.
scanning the
And then everybody
wall.
gave up. Everybody gave up on that, and they were getting ready to ask for a clue, and I was like, hang on one second. And I grabbed the mirror and I go like this, and I pointed it at, it was a part of a painting that was in the room. And we heard a click. But nobody knew where the fuck it came from.
Oh, shit.
So now we're wandering around like, okay, what are all the things that we thought would open that aren't open or are open? So everybody would try all the things that we were looking at before. And then the thing opened up, and we actually like got ahead of ourselves because I don't know if they
You
used
skipped a step. By
we
accident.
skipped a step by accident just by exploring.
Right.
By using things that were available, but not necessarily in order.
Right.
And there was like it was a magnetic lock, where it's a thing with a magnet in it, and you put it on top of a thing, and then it opens the latch, and then the thing can open up. And we're doing this, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know, like we open this thing up, we get this thing out, but it doesn't correlate with anything.
Right, kind of fucked
None
you
of
up
the
because you
clues
skipped a
that
step.
we skipped something, but we accidentally got into something we weren't supposed to. And they're watching you because that's what they do. They watch what you're doing and make sure you're either not breaking shit or you're in the right direction, or if they need to help you, like where are you going? And this chick, the helper chick in the office, she pipes up on the radio, and we're not asking for help yet. She goes, what are you guys doing? It's like, trying to solve the puzzle. And she goes, how did you get that open? It's like, we're not supposed to do that. Like, so it was like we did something that they didn't expect, which I think is interesting because they like engineer the shit out of this stuff so that it works a certain way.
Well, I mean, if you said like there was an extra 10 people in there, including you.
There was a lot of people, yeah.
So
I would say 8 to 10 people extra other than me and the wife.
Right. So naturally, if you've got all those people looking at different things, there's only so many things to look at in the room.
Right.
It's bound to happen that someone might accidentally trip something.
Experiment something that works.
Because there's a lot of shit to play with.
And we finally, it was like, I guess the record time for the room was like 30 minutes or whatever. And we're like, all right, cool. There's fucking, 12 of us. We ought to be able to get that.
Yeah.
And we get to the point where we're like right fucking there. We're right at the end. It's right after the laser thing. And we can't figure out what the fucking laser did. And it was like 30 minutes at that point. We wasted the next 20 minutes trying to figure it out instead of asking for a clue because we were all fucking stubborn about it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
And then we solved the last part of in 5 minutes. The last like 6 or 8 clues that were in the next room. So we spent like 45 minutes in 2 rooms and 5 minutes in the last room and still got out in under an hour.
Yeah.
It was like, okay. It was kind
Yeah.
of rushed, and you miss a lot of stuff as like nuance and stuff like that. But
Yeah, with 12 people, you're gonna miss stuff because there's so many people focused on different things.
Right.
They'll open something, and you'll be like, I have no idea how it happened, but it happened, so I guess we can move on.
right, and I would like to do it with like a group of people that you kind of know at least, like
Oh yeah.
like at least
Like
like
6 friends.
yeah,
the,
6
fir-
friends.
the
at
first
least.
room you do will always be the hardest.
Sure, and it wasn't that it was hard; it was that the people part wasn't as much fun
Yeah.
because you don't know the people.
A little uncomfortable,
Yeah,
maybe.
and then there was like this one guy in there, and he was like obviously fucking drunk,
Oh, really?
and
He was a little.
and then
lit.
his girlfriend, and I'm not don't mean anything by this, but his girlfriend was Filipino, and she did not speak English.
Oh, really?
Not
white
very
dude,
well.
right?
Not very well.
An old
no.
white dude. That
She
was
said
with
like
her?
4 words to everybody, and she kept looking at him every time somebody said something to her, and then
Was he
would
Filipino?
no.
Oh,
He looked like this guy,
Okay.
6 foot fucking plus white guy, and then he would mumble something off in Tagalog to her, and then and she would shake her head, and then they would carry on. So we had like all the stuff. And there was like a Hispanic guy with super thick accent. It was
Hard to
weird.
understand him,
It was
too.
like a whole like
it was
hodgepodge
a melting
mix
pot
of
of.
weird fucking people that you wouldn't have put together in the same room.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah.
And I think it would be more fun with friends, with people that you at least
Absolutely.
are familiar with a little bit.
They probably have a minimum. Is there like a minimum room amount of people? Like obviously that one. Like you were saying that you weren't really interested in that one because they just
Yeah,
get randos in there with you.
I feel like even 6 people is pushing it for me because most of the time there's only like 1 or 2 things going on in the room you need to worry about, and 12 people in a room with everybody trying to do something different is just too much going on all at once, and I get distracted. Like I did a room like that just because like UNR was doing this thing where it was like near finals, and so they set up a bunch of like their conference room as escape rooms. And like so I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. I get like me and 2 other friends to go do it, and like obviously that's not private because they have all these students who want to do it. So they like throw 15 of us in a room, and
Jesus.
But that room, it was like every single puzzle was going on at once, and it was like this lock box with like 12 different locks on it or something like that. And so basically everybody got like a puzzle. I did one puzzle. I'm not even completely sure how I solved it, but I figured out the combination. And by the time I figured that out, like 10 of the other locks were unlocked, and I unlocked mine. The 2 other people unlocked theirs, and then we were done in 30 minutes. And I'm like, cool, I don't know how we did 90% of that room.
Yeah, and that's what you miss with too many people is there's not enough involvement in all the parts of it, so you don't get to enjoy the whole thing.
Yeah.
So what was that one called that you went to?
That was Brainiacs.
Brainiacs.
Brainiacs. There's also Puzzle Room, which is the one on Sierra Street downtown. There is Breakthrough, which I worked at for a period of time on Moana, and then there is Key and Code in Sparks. And to my knowledge, that is all of the escape rooms in Reno.
So which one's the best one?
I haven't done all the rooms at Key and Code yet.
Comparatively to the other 2, though.
That's hard, honestly, because each of them have like their own things going for them. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably. Oh, it's so close. My bosses are gonna find this podcast and they're like, why isn't he immediately saying Key and Code?
Nobody listens to this.
I like Key and Code a lot. I really do. Just because they seem like they're actually on top of their stuff. When I worked at Breakthrough, we had this. While we were there, we were like they were putting together this new room, so I got to like play test it and things like that. Once it finally opened up to the public, it was very much like the room you did, where you could like see the wires and like you could reverse engineer and see where things were going. But even though like you have things like that where it experiments and like then all of a sudden you don't even know how that thing got open, that happened all the time with the new room we opened. Like they'd be messing with like the Morse code thing, and then something way over there would open, and we're just like, how did that even happen?
Yeah, what is that connected to?
Yeah.
That made that happen?
We're watching and we're like, that's not what that's supposed to do. and like things just like things short circuit, and then they like solve the puzzle, and they're like, and then nothing happens, and then we're watching it, and they're like, all right, hit the manual, reset, and then just open it from the back room when things are broken. We just have to pay attention, and
that sucks.
yeah,
because it doesn't feel right.
High-tech rooms are just way too all over the place, and I like the rooms where it's just like a bunch of things that are locked, but not the rooms like you did where it's just one room and all the puzzles are in that one room, and you're like, this could go with that, or that, or that, or that. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was real, like, disappointing, I guess. Just because, like, I want to say that there are a lot cooler ones. I don't know. So I got to do another one. Sometime.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to get together and do
ones in Vegas, like, they're either, like, crazy good, or they're just, like,
well, there's probably
I saw the
too.
Oh, yeah.
I saw the group one. Yeah, no, absolutely. I saw the group
Well,
one.
those ones that are like $50 a person and have live actors in the room and all that. None of the ones in Reno have live actors in their room. Like occasionally they'll like get into the theme, and the game master will occasionally like come into the room and do funny things. Like Key and Code, we have one room in particular that's supposed to be like the scarier one, and so the game master comes in and just like bangs on stuff that like they can't see from there,
right,
and like scares the crap out of them.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks like the Saw one in Las Vegas. General admission, $50.
So it's probably a pretty high quality one.
Yeah, and I've heard really good ones about what's the name of it? I think it's just called The Basement, and it's like just one room, but it's like you actually go down and there's all this crazy stuff in there and live actors in there and just.
All right, so your private group room is $70. So it's a little bit more expensive just to get
$70 per person.
Yeah, $70 per person.
If you want a private room.
Minimum of 4 tickets must be purchased with a maximum of 10 spots available per slot. So if you wanted to go group with your friends, it's going to be $70. If you wanted to be you and a bunch of random people, it's $50. Private VIP package is $90. Says our private
VIP.
It's identical to our.
They do it for you.
It includes one photo, one hat, and one T-shirt per person.
Oh my goodness! What
so
a deal!
For your souvenir package and your private room, $90. So almost $100 to. I mean, I'm sure after taxes and everything else.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like that much fun.
I don't know. It could be the greatest thing ever.
It might be.
Let's see here. So what kind of rooms do they have in the other ones? Having not been in any other ones, Cory too also. So what are the
other ones I work at, or just the other places?
All the places. Like what kind of rooms are there?
I'll start with Breakthrough because that's the one I knew the best. So they have one like Western one called Betrayal at High Noon, where they like. The story is like you get locked in jail by like some criminals who have taken over as sheriff, and then you have to figure out like who the criminal is that took over and then escape. And so like that's actually a Western one where you start in jail cells like separated from everybody. That's super cool. I like the rooms where like they actually get all the people of the group like separated, so you actually have to like talk, but you can't see each other.
Right.
That sounds cool.
That's a cool level of cooperation that most people.
Yeah.
Where's that one at?
That one's at Breakthrough. That's the one on Moana.
Okay.
And then they also have the spookier one, Apartment 13, where like your brother has gone missing and you have to go find him, and there's like a weird like culty kind of feel.
That sounds cool too.
That
one's the high tech room that just broke all the time from the back. The customers didn't notice because like we would know ahead of time, and they're like, all right, that's broken. So as soon as they get it figured out, we'll just hit the button from the back that'll open it.
That sounds like where I work. I know this thing is broken, so I'll just when I see the person and it's
go.
good.
And there's another room called Ninja Protocol that has like an Asian sort of feel. I'm not going to go into too much details on that one just because there is a lot of spoilers there, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody who does the room.
Stuff? Any alien rooms?
Not really. There is a room at Puzzle Room that has like a Stranger Things kind of vibe to it. because it's like actually cabin in the woods, and there's like a weird Christmas lights sort of puzzle. But as of like, I can't think of anything that's just like alien, like straight up aliens.
What kind of other horror themed ones are there?
I've done an insane asylum one. I've done. Keen Code has like a serial killer dentist one. Cool room, like doing it, but then they also have like noises going around in the background that I'm not a fan of.
Okay, so what are all the rooms where you work? How many different rooms are there?
There's 8 different ones.
Oh shit,
I'll
that's a lot.
Start with the ones I've done. I've done the serial killer dentist one. There was another one that was called like Tahoe 64, and it was like like the like Tahoe cabin sort of feel, but also had like mafia implications and like Marilyn Monroe and things like that. They have one called Comic Shock, which was like based inside of a comic shop at the start, and then goes into more like villain's lair, super villain's lair sort of thing.
Okay.
And then they have another one that's like a very kid-friendly one called Magician's Heist, and there's like a bunch of like a magic trick kind of stuff. And that one's pretty high-tech too, just so they make it look like it's magic. And then the other ones that I haven't done there, one's called Mission Aquanaut, where it's like you're trapped in a submarine, and if you don't escape, then you
Drown.
Yeah, basically.
You die.
There's a Virginia City Haunt one, which is like ghost town sort of feel. There was another one called Family Secrets. I know very little about that one. I hear you like get handcuffed like in the bathtub to something and like get handcuffed to different things, and it's crazy. And then they have another one called like Chain Reaction, which is like a volcano erupting, and then you have to find some way to stop it or something like that. I don't know the details on those ones very much.
Okay. When did you start working there? This week?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Okay.
So still getting in, trying to do all the rooms because they don't want to start me on like game mastering yet and giving the hints until I actually know what all the rooms are. Because they don't want me in the back room seeing everything when I haven't even done all the rooms.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, since it's at the mall, like they actually need a person up front to be able to greet people
Right.
and talk to them, because so many people come by and are like, "What's even an escape room?"
I see it every time I go
It's
to
always
the
like
movies.
it's always like the grandmas and grandpas too that come through and they're like,
Yeah, like,
"Oh,
that
this seems
sounds
great
like
for the
fun."
kiddos."
We used to do that back in the day. We used to lock each other up.
Oh god. Oh, here, I got a question.
Me and your
I got
grandpa.
a question for you.
Answers.
So, your dad just got married.
Yes, he did.
And did you go to that wedding?
I did.
Okay, when was this? This was last weekend?
This was last weekend. Yeah, it was on Saturday.
That son of a bitch.
I know, he didn't even invite you. What a fucker. You wouldn't have come anyway.
I still needed to do something with him, but now he's gone. Until after the 4th.
What do you need to do?
Well, I needed to film a little something with him, but now he's out, so.
Well, he's not gone until...
No, I texted him today. He said he's...
Oh, he's pussy whipped now.
I guess
That's
that's
what
what it
happens.
is.
That's what happens. You get married and that shit just, you're not in charge anymore.
Where's he going?
They're going up the coast, up towards Oregon, I think. Just camping. They're
They haven't left
taking the
yet.
RVs.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, they're not leaving until Saturday. So,
Well, I asked him for Friday. He was like, I'm gone until the 4th.
yeah, he's not actually gone. He's working this week. Friday, he's like, yeah. He's OOF, whatever that means.
Did he say that to you?
No. I work in IT, and
Oh, okay.
we have a decentralized team. So everybody that I work, quote unquote, with, except for one other guy, is either in Washington or Arizona
Out of
or
office
Texas.
for now, or
Don't know. I see OOF.
It's gotta be
I
like
see
out of office.
OOO. I see out of pocket. I see, like, people write emails and they're like, hey, I'm going to be out of pocket until blah, blah, blah. I'm going to be OOF till Tuesday. You know, it's like, what the fuck are you, can you just say, I'm going to be out until this day? Or, I'm not coming in until this time. Or, I'll be back on this day. Like, let's just make things a little bit easier. The fucking acronym's not working for me. And I know what it means.
Getting everyone
I know that
confused.
it means that you're not going to be here. I just don't know what it means. Like, I don't know what the words mean. It fucking bothers me. Never questioned it to anybody like any further than complaining about the fact that it doesn't make sense. So, whatever. Yeah, so technically, he's not out of town
He's
just
still
yet.
around. Well, the shirt that I got
But-
for him isn't going to be here anyways, so.
Sad face.
Yeah, no, like, well, because, like, I want, like, this is a post-credit scene that I'm trying to film.
Oh, good.
I don't need it.
Well, you can always re-release it with the post-credit scene
I know,
attached.
but I've got a deadline at the end of the month that I'd like to have it attached to for the festival screenings.
Right.
So I'm going to try and figure something else out
I'll do
to
it.
do. Yeah, you look like...
I look just like that guy.
You would need to, like, bleach your
Yeah, no,
face.
get the
bleach your
yeah.
hair. Would you be down to do that?
No. I could be like a 20 years younger version. of
Yeah,
him.
no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I think you would still have to bleach.
Yeah, maybe. Just get a little grayer.
Bleach.
He didn't bleach his hair.
No, but like it would get close to the color that he is.
Sure, yeah. Silverback gorilla color.
So we got any more movie talk? So the festival stuff.
Yep.
You have any questions? You have any questions about anything? Because obviously I haven't talked to anybody in the
Yeah.
cast. Like I'm keeping everyone in the dark.
I mean,
and-
I know you submitted it to festivals. Do you know when we'll find out?
I know that.
Because I know there's only so much you know at this point.
Well, look, having done this now and knowing how fucking flimsy these dates are that they give. So it says, so if I go to submissions, so these four: Action on Film, MegaFest, which I went to last year.
Mm-hmm.
It says July 22nd is the notification date, which I'm pretty sure. Let me look at the calendar. The festival starts on the 22nd, or maybe it starts. No, it's those 2 weeks. So the last full week in July, and then the week after that, which is half in July, half in August. I'm pretty sure those are the actual festival dates. So I don't know why they're giving the notification date as
The actual.
the actual date. So, but this one right here.
It's like, hey, we're screening your movie today. Do you want to come down from where
Hey, you want
are?
to come on over from down the street?
Well, having been there, he called me last year and let me know that they were
Screening
my
the
movies
film.
that they were screening them.
Okay.
And I hadn't even gotten a notification online. And having never actually used Film Freeway before, I don't know if I ever told you this, Without a Box is what I used previously for my film festival stuff. They are closing or whatever,
Okay.
so I had to switch to Film Freeway, which
This
I like better.
transfer medium, or
It's just another festival, like you put your project on here, you submit through here,
okay.
and it's a lot more
It's like a hub.
user friendly. Yeah, it's a
Gotcha.
hub. It's a festival hub, and it's a lot more user friendly. But yeah, so I've got these four submissions to essentially the same festival.
Because they're all in one.
They're all in one, but I think it'll be.
But it's a cumulative festival for all of them.
It might be 4 different screenings, whereas
Sure.
last year it was just one screening, and I only did the one submission. But yeah, it says July 22nd, July 1st, and this one says June 30. That's the Loaded No Film Festival and the Writers Competition. So, so hopefully we'll know by the end of this month, and that's when I wanted to get the, because right now, as far as editing goes, Casey was gonna do the editing, like day one, and you weren't even around then. Fucking
Yep.
like a lifetime ago, it feels like. Casey was gonna edit, and then it was like, I figured he'd have the time to edit, but then he didn't. So I just took all the footage from him once we got done shooting that day and edited. And then he was just gonna do like the final edit, like what Greg would do. And then I got tired of waiting for him to do a final edit. So I already had a work cut on there. So I did a second work cut with sound effects, some color correction, like that's the big thing that Casey's gonna work on, and some music. which also Casey was going to work on. So, having watched the full movie with music and shit, like, it looks great. Like, I don't know, like, some of the scary parts,
Are they real
like,
scary?
with the music, like, I mean, like, you know, it creeped me out. But, like, I'm the kind of guy that likes to, like, okay, so I see a horror movie coming out, and I'm like, okay, I want to see it, so I'm going to go see it. And I'm going to try and, you know, put myself in the mindset that I'm going to get scared, right? Kind of?
Yeah.
Or, you know, feel creeped out or whatever. So, you know, so when I'm watching it and when the scary scene starts, like, it works. Like, I could feel it. I could feel the, like, what
And you know
is
what's
this?
coming.
I know.
Yeah.
I wrote the motherfucker.
That's
I
what
wrote
I'm
the
saying.
fucking thing.
Yeah.
I know what's going on.
But seeing it all put together, it's actually functional.
Well, like sometimes I get so fucking frustrated editing, and I'll just be like, "Oh, this song sounds fucking fine. I'll put it there, and just, you know, I won't even watch it. I'll just be like, yeah, no, it looks whatever." So then, like, the other night, Sunday night, I was like, you know what? I've got it on the computer, and I'll just watch. I was in the, you know, in my room. I was like, you know what? I've got nothing else to do. I'll just watch my second word cut. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, this works. But I still see problems. So, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to go and tweak it till I get to what I want. And I told Casey, like, hey, I'm tweaking it. Fucking you do what you do. I'll do what I do. And then we'll meet in the middle. Because he's got a whole bunch of different music. I've got a whole bunch of different music. He's editing on something different to get the, you know, because we do have shots that we shot on different days that we've got to, you know, correct the color and make it look like they weren't shot on different days. And
Yeah.
they do. Like, there's shit in there that looks like you would think that everybody fucking knew everybody when there are people who've never fucking met and they're in the same scene. Spoiler alert. But yeah, so that's, you know, that's the movie magic of it all. Like, you know, you came in.
Luckily with, like, the scenes I was in, like,
they were
it's-
self-contained.
It's the very beginning, and we did all that bit, and then it's like almost at the very end.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I'm not going to give details.
Well, Cory
I'm
doesn't
just
know
saying.
anything.
But yeah, like, they were
no.
all very, like, contained.
Yeah, they were
scenes.
self-contained scenes that's not like, oh. But, yeah, so do you have any...
And from what I could tell, at least, I don't think we had to do anything on separate days for those parts.
No, none of those, no. Everything that we did is right there for both of those scenes.
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, I did do something yesterday that is going to go into that end scene.
Okay.
It's good. It's real good.
I'm trying to think in my head what it could possibly be.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
And on top of that, based on, so, do you have any questions for me about anything, about the movie, about the character? No, you're good.
I don't think so.
Okay, I have a question. Unless you're going in a direction with that.
I kind of was, but maybe you're gonna bring up the direction I was going.
You go first.
Um,
And then I'll just do my...
Based on, like, so I had no idea what you were going to bring. I didn't know if you can act or not. But I like what I saw, right?
Cool,
And
very glad.
And you brought, like, and, you know, it's two different things from when I'm standing there and I'm watching you act. And,
Oh, yeah. And when you're
and
watching
I'm, and,
it
well,
back,
and I'm not
yeah.
listening because Casey's got the headset on. I mean, he's filming it. He needs to make sure what he sees, there's not,
Yeah.
like, fucking, like, clicking going on because, you know, with the mic sometimes it's very fucking sensitive.
Mhm.
All right, and then I'm seeing something different than he's seeing. All right, and then there's a third difference when I get the footage and I'm watching it on the monitor.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, you know, it's like like Beauty and the Beast. You know, there was something there that wasn't there before. But it's true. It's very true.
Oh, yeah.
And like Jesse, who hopefully we can get here, also. There's a lot of people in this fucking movie, man. It's gonna be like
The number of people in this cast are fucking baffles me. Like the amount.
I keep forgetting about
the amount
people.
of fucking random support that you got And I'm not saying for
I feel like
bad
personally, I met so few of the people in it.
Oh well,
You were an emergency read.
No, yeah. By the time you fucking came on, I'd lost half the cast already, and I was running on fumes to get the fucking movie done.
Just for reference, like this happens pretty much every time we do a movie, where you start out with a cast, and we come over to the house and we do, just read through the script. Everybody sits down, we read the entire thing all
Everyone's
at once.
excited, they're happy.
There's getting laughs, we get some ideas, and people are giving feedback on the lines, and maybe we could say something. We try not to do too much editing in the read, but it happens. It happens.
It happens.
And then it's like, okay, cool, everybody's good to go. And then we're usually lacking, one or two parts that are kind of integral that you need to fill. So we're looking for those people, and sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't.
Right, but I basically have all the leads there that need to read.
Right, so the important stuff happens. Then we get into filming, and then it's like, usually almost immediately, you have fallout.
Right.
Like, you get started, and then this person can't do it anymore. You're like, okay, fuck, we need to find a person for this.
Giving me
And you just keep
anxiety.
moving.
just
I
talking
know.
about it.
Dude, that's why I got off of this one. Like, I had already had a fucking stroke on the last one, and I wasn't ready again. But it happens every fucking time.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like, okay, we need somebody. Like, we were on set one night, supposed to have people there. We had spent a bunch of time getting shit ready, set up, a bunch of people over the house, and it's like, we don't have a thing that makes this scene what it's supposed to be. And
I don't think
it wasn't as absolutely integral as I think we made it out to be when we were doing it. If we're talking about the same scene,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about my mom's house.
Oh, really?
Because
we needed two. We needed
two hookers.
We had one.
And we had none.
No, we had none.
We had none because the two that we were supposed to have bailed, and then we were supposed to have another one as a backup who bailed and wasn't going to come. So, as you can imagine, how difficult.
No, are you sure about that? Are you talking about your cousin?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so that was my cousin was going to
I
come.
wouldn't
fill
have said
in.
was supposed to, but that was the
She
first. That was our
agreed.
first.
That was
stop.
our first agreed. Oh yeah, I'll do that. And then, like 20 minutes later, it's like, oh yeah, no, I can't do that.
So suddenly we're calling everyone we know.
And
we got someone from like Fernley or something.
Yeah. Imagine the difficulty calling everybody you know who does maybe acting.
People you haven't talked to in years.
But yeah, people that you're like, okay, I can think of, because you're looking for hookers for a scene shot in a whorehouse. You need somebody that, anybody really, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But you need women. Like, purportedly, it should be women, and at least in the script. So you're trying to call all the people you know who know women who might do a little acting and don't have a problem being a whore. And you're asking people, it's like, hey, so we're filming a movie.
You're not banging anybody.
Exactly, and they weren't naked. There wasn't any, no skin. Like, a very, very, very covered. It was, not...
And that's like my favorite scene in the movie.
It's not. The fight was fun.
I love that scene, though.
Oh, that is your favorite scene?
That's like one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
No, I loved it because it was one of the more thought out and felt
different scenes than whatever, because it's a change up.
It was exactly. It was and it was fast. I think that if we'd have spent more time with the fight in the shop, would have been fun. If we'd have spent more time articulating that scene with Dakota.
Well, I wanted that scene to be in Spanish.
With a Mexican, it would have been hilarious.
Well, no. It would be hilarious with the two of you.
That also.
But if we had
funny.
This is fantastic out of context.
Yeah, this is the other movie.
Not having any idea what's going on.
Well, because it was supposed to be a bunch of Mexican scabs.
Right.
So they would have been speaking Spanish, but we only had Dakota.
Right.
So I thought it'd be even funnier if you come in speaking Spanish and he's speaking Spanish to you, and then we fucking subtitle it. But we would have had to have
that would have taken
one
a
of
lot
our
of
Mexican buddies to be there and be like, okay, this is what you say.
Yeah. So, and like I said,
But even
was
that
our
thing
fun
looks
scene.
good too. Like when he fucking chops the thing in half.
Exactly, the edit came together well. But what I'm getting at is you have these weird problems with extras. Is the number one problem? Like, how the fuck do you end up with enough people if you're supposed to have 20 guys? How do you make it look like you got 20 guys if you got 4?
Yeah.
Or
You don't.
one. No,
Or
even
one
that
guy.
looks okay.
Okay, the scene at the house was fine, and every time we had to dub
Oh,
okay,
with
so
me, where I'm playing 3 different
that's
parts
fine.
in the same scene.
We did a couple of shots in the last movie. Is it okay if I give away the movie magic?
Yeah, well, look, I could probably even bring it up, and
That
I could
would be
probably
great.
show it.
It would be great just to get his reaction before I tell him what was going on.
Like, I mean, well, I like every time I talked to somebody when I met them for the first time on this movie, it was always like, oh yeah, we, you know, shit happens and we had to do this.
Right.
So, let me mute this. So I think the first one that we did
It's
was
just kind of a fun movie.
It's very fun. Well, like, I mean, right here, there's me and Derek and Sam.
Well, and on the other side of the camera, it's you and Derek and Sam.
Right. So, you know, we're playing people, but we got masks on so we can fudge it.
Changing clothes and putting masks on and...
Where is that scene? You know, brought the girl in. Right here. It's this one.
Oh, that was a good one.
All right, so
Just a little bit of movie magic for you. This is real fun.
I'm sure it's very fun for the podcast
God
audience.
damn it! Why?
What the fuck? Get her the fuck out of the shop.
So 1, 2, 3.
Ah, fuck. Fucking whore. Let me fucking go. Fucking cunt.
So we were supposed to have 3 chicks in this scene, but we only had 2 chicks. So
They had
when it's her and the other chick in the scene, Gabby is wearing a sweater with the hood on. And then when it's Gabby and the chick in the scene, it's her with the
Wearing
sweater
the-
and the hood
yeah.
on. So then you watch it and it flows and you think that it's 3 people, but it's really only 2.
Yeah.
And it's fun because if you're not looking at it that hard, so it works.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, you wouldn't notice that there's only 2 people there.
And this was
Except
the,
that all 3 of them are never in the same shot.
Yeah.
so this is the scene where we were supposed to have a bunch
Like, this
of
kind of stuff
guys.
is, like, completely new to me. Because you don't get any of that kind of stuff in theater.
No, theater,
Yeah, no, you get,
got
like,
10
you get who's
people who
there.
are there every day. So this was supposed to be a bunch of guys.
Or just picked her up.
This is fucking Dakota.
We should have bullet timed that part.
Oh, what made it slow motion?
Yeah.
Where
Where I
you hit it
stopped
with
the
the
knife.
knee?
Where I stopped the knife with the fucking wire.
Those are brutal hits, dude.
It looked
I've
good.
never had hits like that in a movie before.
It got edited.
I don't
well.
put a lot of action in my movies. Okay, so this scene, right?
This
Did
is
they
where
already
I,
walk
This is where I
up?
throw my back out.
Oh, on the bike. How's your back doing? Is it better?
Yeah, it's fine.
Now, give us the girl, give us the money.
It's like a second commentary. Did they pop in already?
Random. No,
About
it's
time you came to your senses. My uncle will be very happy.
No, okay. It's right after you fucking do your monologue. Lauren Billings.
yeah.
Good old weed.
Good old weed.
We do the time. Me. Suck.
Did you get any laughs out of that? Out of anybody that knows what that means?
It goes by so quick, and it just sounds like gibberish, so they don't even
Yeah.
grab it. You would need a little bit more
Right.
Tagalog on the
Sure.
ends to
If
grab
you'd
it.
have put it in on
Otherwise,
either
you're just
end.
like... All right, so
There you
right
go.
here. Let's see if we
Yo,
can pause this.
hey fella.
The dude
Right
with the
there.
vest looks like the main villain from Far Cry 5.
Which one?
Derek?
Yeah, the guy wearing, like, the blue vest and the white shirt underneath
Okay,
it.
the suit. Yeah.
So this shot, you've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people, but really,
There's 4
like Wes
or 5.
and Wes, and like I think me, and
Yeah,
then
like,
Derek.
whenever we got the shot pause, like, I can see it, like, in a way.
If you look at him too close, but that's the
This is the line of
That's the split
demarcation.
line.
Yeah.
But I mean, it goes by so quick, and then that's Gabby, because she's the girl in the hood. But yeah, so I mean, that is Wes's fucking stance, though, for sure.
Yeah, that's the
It's
only,
a little
like, that's the
obvious.
only reason that, like, that in particular jumped out to me right away.
I mean, we
Like,
had to do it.
once it's
quick.
going, like, your point of focus is at the person in the front.
Right.
So you don't even really look at the back. You know they're
But
there.
yeah, but you know there's a bunch of people
Yeah, you know
there.
there's a bunch of people there.
So yeah, so that was
Hey
that.
man, we got a present for you.
This fucking genius right here. I keep forgetting about this guy.
Is that Wes?
No.
Oh my god!
Did you forget all about him?
Oh boy.
That was a great cut.
I
Glad we
forgot.
jumped right to that
I
part.
forgot about Rafi.
I keep forgetting about him. I should put him in another movie, dude.
It'd be fun if you didn't expect him to do too much.
Here's the scene that we were supposed to have extra people.
Oh, there's another one, yeah.
This is the scene that we like. I want to do... I think I'm ready to do some more crime stuff. And that's what I was going to talk about.
The
Fucking...
video game music. I didn't even notice that last time.
So that was supposed to be 2 chicks. We cut it down to 1.
Shit.
It's kind of cartoony, like muzzle flares
Eh,
with cocaine. I
little blow, no problem.
That's a signature that I do now. I do a little thing like that in this one,
Yeah.
where you do like the three different angles. Oh, you fucking put a hole through your fucking the floor. See, she was supposed to go on to live to the end of the movie, but she changed her hair color and like kind of fucked me for the rest of the movie. So I had to cut her out. Not unlike what I do in this fucking movie.
Jesus.
Alright, so this right
Oh
here.
my
Son,
gosh.
get out of here.
That's me.
I answer you. John?
So I'm all 3 of those dudes.
No.
No.
Yeah. We didn't have a bunch of dudes, so I'm the crew. I mean, I got
Really, all of those are you?
Yeah, all of those are me.
Oh my gosh.
So I mean,
The
just,
magic of movie editing, you know?
different masks, different clothes on, just to be like 3 different guys.
Where is she? We want the money. Let her go.
This fucking,
Mari,
this
stop!
fucking guy, dude.
Stop!
All right. So yeah, so that's Street Toughs, and that's what goes on in movies. But what I was gonna go on to say was, I hope this thing's been recording. Yes. So I was gonna say is like, I liked your shit so much that I'm thinking of like bringing Kincaid back for some more stuff.
Hey, I'd be down for that.
So, we won't talk about Kincaid for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was thinking about bringing Kincaid back in like the web series.
Sure.
So, I mean, I'm really excited to start writing again, but I don't want to write anything until I'm done with this movie. Because the time that I'm spending writing is also the time that I could be spending finishing up the editing on Not in the Dark.
Yeah.
So I need to be completely done and moved on from Not in the Dark before I can start writing anything new. So, but I've got a lot of fucking ideas that are really, really good. I don't know, like I've got a lot of good, like, okay, this is a cool single story idea, but I want to make sure that they can all connect. So I don't know if I have enough cohesion for this web series to where it's like, okay, episode to episode is a story, but I do have a lot of stuff that I really want to sit down and figure out, but I can't. I just can't bring myself to do it because I still have one foot in something else.
Right. Still
So-
work on the table.
Once I get this movie done, which my goal is like by the weekend essentially, and then by next week, so like I get my part done by this weekend, and hopefully by the end of next week. I mean, like I said, I've got till the end of the month. That's my goal. So it's not that much longer, and then I can start writing something. So if we do go to this Vegas festival, are you down to go to Vegas
Of course,
to see it?
I'm down to go.
Okay, all right.
You just got to give me enough heads up so I can
Yeah,
get my
no,
job
no.
out.
Like as soon as I know, I'm
Yeah.
gonna let everyone know, and And Cory, as we fucking talk to people,
I'd be down. I got family
probably
down
gonna
there
ask this
too,
question
so
every single time. So yeah, so like once I know, and like I know everyone's gonna have that like, oh, I don't know if I can make it, blah blah blah. I'm willing to figure it out to make it as cheap as possible for everyone to go. So like whether we rent a van and go down there, or chip in to get room, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Willing to make it work so that we can get the whole cast down there to premiere the movie. If it gets in, I'm not saying it is, because I'm a little worried about the working print. Like I don't know who's looking at it and
how they're going to view it at that stage.
Yeah.
But even in, like, I don't think Street Toughs is a perfect movie by any stretch of the imagination, but it got chosen. So I feel that the print that I have for Not in the Dark right now is almost better than what Street Toughs is, and it's in what it was when it got accepted. So I mean, and I feel like this is a kind of like, if you submit, we'll put you in kind of thing. But I don't know if that goes for like, oh, you didn't give us a finished product.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And hopefully we get in. Are you willing to go? You're not even in the movie. Will you go?
I have a lot of time off that time of year.
Right. What, in 2 months?
Yeah. We have vacations
1
planned
month.
and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. But I mean, and it might even be a more, it might even be a better, because last year when I went with Godsaw Street Toughs, it was a Monday night screening and a Tuesday night screening, which is like the beginning of a work week. So it's not that easy to get people out there.
Yeah.
So I mean, we might get a good opportunity for like a weekend screening. So like,
Yeah, I mean, if we have a shot at a Friday night, Saturday night screening, and we can do like,
you can ask for like maybe a Monday off, or you can ask for a Friday off, and you can fucking squeeze it in.
Just, and even if I had to drive down there myself, because I would totally drive my car down there. Probably get a ticket on the way there. But,
you just have to watch out for Hawthorne. Hawthorne's
yeah,
where
don't
they
fucking speed in Hawthorne. They'll fuck you right there. But if there were an opportunity for like a weekend trip, like fly down.
Your dad's in the movie, so maybe he might pony something up.
Maybe so.
It's like that.
Yeah, fuck
Radio
yeah.
edit.
Radio edit. No, I would, if I got a shot at a weekend ride, then I would probably go down there and at least screen it with you guys. I would be interested in that and hang out and see if there's anybody to talk to on the weekend screening side.
Right, and with other actors. I'm not Mr. Fucking Social,
yeah,
but
at the
like,
point that we went down there for the last festival, it was essentially for the awards banquet, which I will not be attending unless we're like,
I don't know why we did that.
Unless we're fucking front runner for like best fucking picture or some bullshit.
No, it was.
And I get to shake hands with Randy Couture.
You shook his dick, you told me, in the fucking bathroom.
Yeah, no, I did. I lied.
You really were, like, he was really taking a piss
He was
next to
really
you
taking
in the
a piss
bathroom?
in the fucking bathroom. It was hilarious, and I didn't realize who it was until we got back to the fucking thing.
Was there a bunch of other dudes in there?
There was a bunch of people in there.
Okay, so he was just one amongst many.
Yeah. And it was funny because, I mean, like, can you picture Randy Couture in your mind right now?
I honestly don't know who that is.
Oh,
there you go.
Right.
He's an MMA fighter.
Expendables.
And he's kind of
An actor.
he's an actor in Expendables.
Expendables.
He's been in a couple other things.
Okay.
But he's
Have
like
you
an
seen Expendables?
action
Yes.
guy.
So, I'm not. I know Expendables
He's not a
2.
big part.
He's the dude that's always reading books. Like that's his character's
Okay.
thing. Is he's just kind of like when they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
He's got his glasses on and he's like reading books.
Okay. It's been a while since I've seen it, so
Sure,
maybe I'll
sure.
go back and then I'll probably.
So,
But yeah, no,
is-
he was a celebrity guest at the
Yeah.
award show that we were at, hoping that we
Okay.
would win something. Didn't win anything.
But I mean, he is a celebrity in our time, and I should know who he is. And then we're in the bathroom taking a piss, and he's fucking
And then you're
also taking a piss like, near me. And I feel like I'm a guy that should know like who that is. But I think that we idealize celebrities so much that we like
They're just people.
They
like
are
us.
people. They're just
You're
like
not
me and you.
necessarily going to
And
recognize.
Yeah, you're not
someone.
going to recognize somebody, especially when they're frumpy and they're fucking just out.
Dudes
or
look
whatever
like
doing
dudes.
their day.
People look
It's
like
like
people.
a guy standing in a fucking urinal taking a piss is always going to be a guy standing in a urinal taking a piss.
Um,
And then when we
I was
sat
kind
back
of-
down and realized he was there, I was like, no shit. Didn't realize I
well,
was
now
a guy.
you've got that anecdote.
Yeah.
I was kind of disappointed they don't have the horror fest at the Mega Fest this year.
Yeah, well, they didn't like that freaky, weird fucking dude with the horns and the hat.
Unmundane.
I am unmundane.
No, you didn't like that guy.
He was a fucking chode.
Did he bother you?
Yeah.
Did he touch you on the way to the
He
bathroom?
did. And I didn't like it too much.
That was his shtick. His horror
Just
shtick.
being a fucking weirdo. Like, I can get weird.
Like Zombo.
Yeah, it looked like a clear rip-off of Zombo. It was way
They're
too
all
fucking
rip off of
freaky.
each other.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were scared.
Yeah, I was way scared. No, it was did you like it? Did you like the shtick?
I liked the
I was
idea. No, I wasn't annoyed
I was
in any
annoyed.
way.
I was annoyed by him.
Like, I would have been nice if he was back this year because we probably have a better shot at winning a horror trophy or whatever.
Maybe so.
You know, I fucking submitted Godsalt to this horror festival just because, like, the trophy looks cool. And, as soon as Not in the Dark is ready, I'm going to submit it to the same festival. No,
Okay.
it's a nice, cool-looking fucking trophy. Let me see if I can find it here.
Yeah, please do. Because I want to see.
Look at this one. Nightmares Film
So-
Festival.
I guess the question I was going to ask before we went back into the other movie is do you like film that is kind of that's like a zombie horse thing?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Something.
Yeah. So would you be interested in doing more film?
Absolutely. 100%.
Nice.
So that's the fucking, for those of you on Facebook who get to see this.
Hey, look, it's Connor.
Yeah, a long time. We didn't get nearly as many viewers today as we have before in the past. Sometimes that thing fucking clicks.
It happens.
I mean, Robert, so that's my Trevor. And there's my Marine.
He was the guy who beat me to the punch on that comment.
Yeah. So he hit me up first when I needed somebody to play Trevor, and then he hit me up second. And then I was like, well, I'll hit him up now that I need another guy.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
So you
Happy to do it. Would
Yeah.
love to do it again.
Yeah,
if
'cause
you're
I-
bringing Kincaid back, I'd be more than happy to do that.
I don't like to talk too soon because so many times shit falls through.
Well, yeah. But
I
even
mean,
then, like,
I-
even if it's not Kincaid, I'd be more than happy to play more roles for you.
Okay. All right. Well, any last thoughts, questions?
No, I don't think I have anything.
Corey?
It was a pleasure being here.
No, it was good to have you. It's nice. It's always nice to have new people on and get people's feel for the process and like a little insight from
Yeah.
other actors that are in the film.
Well,
that's
I mean, you
currently
had the
being
unfortunate
made.
thing to not, because, like, we started filming back in April, and you came in, like, the last 2 days of May when we were
Yeah.
basically done. So you didn't get to, like, you know,
Go through the whole
right,
process.
and hang out with people and kind of deal with some of the bullshit that I had
I
to
got the
deal
script,
with.
and then like 10 minutes later, it was like, "All right, you ready to go?" And I was like, "Oh, okay."
But you did it, you brought it. Did you fucking, so, like, at one point, okay, here, I can get, because there was at one point I had to go to the
Right.
bathroom, right? So I left, and I was
Oh.
like, okay, it was like, you guys filmed
Yep,
this.
I know exactly which part you're talking about.
So they had an in joke, like they had an inside joke as soon as I got back that I wasn't part of.
Oh,
like,
good.
So I get, like, did you, like, run into the curb or something?
Yeah, when I was pulling into the parking spot, it just like, because
you got to pull out. So, like, Keystone Bridge, right?
Okay.
yeah,
What he's doing is he's basically making a U-turn, right?
Yeah.
So he's got to pull out to the one-way street and come in this way and pick her up. And so did you fucking, like, go over the curb, or did you
no,
just
I didn't go
break
over to the curb. Like
with the-
I did it, I got the person, I went back around, came back to park, and you know, like driving other people's cars feels different. Like you don't. So like I didn't realize how far forward like his front tires were, and so I thought I had a little bit more
Okay.
room, and then I just like hit the curb as I was pulling into the parking spot, and I was like,
Okay.
oh, all right, park, we're good.
And so they made fun of him every time that he had to drive.
Every time we
Yeah,
had to
they're
move
like,
the
don't hit the
car.
curb, don't hit the curb, Ryan.
Yeah, no, and it'll always be that way.
Yep.
Until something new,
else happens,
until
something more
happens.
funny happens to someone else.
Ryan's the hit the curb guy.
So, all right. Well, I mean, if that's it,
Yeah.
And thanks for being here.
Of course.
And that's Sequel Productions podcast for this week. I'm Matt Bonta.
Cory, Easley.
Ryan Corrigan.